Good evening and welcome into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, as always presented by Heidemann and Associates. I'm Alex Napolis, and we're here at American Fork High School. It's Region 3 basketball coming your way. We got a doubleheader as the Lone Peak girls and the Lone Peak boys in action tonight against the American Fork Cavemen. Take a look at the starting five of the Lone Peak girls. Excuse me, we'll do American Fork first, as number 2, Cora Kennington, gets the start. Number 4, Sarah Mathis. Number 5, Leah Moyaki. Number 14, Callie Condi. And number 23, Brinley Selk, the starting five for the home American Fork Cavemen. For the visiting Lone Peak Knights, their starting five tonight will be number 3, Shawnee Nordstrom. Number 21, Tanu Vasa. Number 32, Kaylee Rich. Number 34, Kennedy Woolston. And number 45, Sarah Bartholomew are the five for the Knights who set the floor. We're seconds away from getting things rolling here. Region 3 basketball, American Fork versus Lone Peak. Lone Peak in their visiting blacks, and the American Fork side in their home whites with red trim. Lone Peak looking for a win tonight as they hold the top spot in Region 3, sitting at 7-0, and looking to get one step closer to a region championship. The tip is won by the Knights, and we'll have Lone Peak who get us started tonight as Nordstrom plays it out to Wilson, underneath to Bartholomew, and Bartholomew gets the first two of the evening for Lone Peak. Here comes American Fork looking for a response as Condi plays it out to Selk. Selk underneath finds Moyaki, who hits. Moyaki in the mid-range, doing great. Here comes Wilson, who takes it to the rack, puts it up, and a foul called. And one. See who the foul's on. It'll go against Cora Kennington, and now Lone Peak, no basket. They'll call the foul on the floor, and we'll have Lone Peak ball on the baseline as Nordstrom looks to play it in. Floats one through to Rich. Trying to get it back to Bartholomew. Stolen back by Kennington. And now here come American Fork. Condi brings it up over in the corner to Selk. Back up baseline out to Sarah Mathis. And then a foul called against Tanu Vasa. On the far side, Sarah Mathis inbounds to Condi. Back to Mathis. Floats one through, stolen by Nordstrom, and now Nordstrom has a lane to the rack, puts it up, and gets it to drop. The steal and the bucket from Nordstrom makes it 6-2 Lone Peak. Or excuse me, it should be 4-2. They have the scoreboard wrong here in Stadium, but that's a three from Condi from deep. And now here comes Tanu Vasa for Lone Peak. Pulls up from the free throw line, gets it to go. Nicely done from Tanu Vasa. Lone Peak back in front. Underneath to Moyaki. Off the rim, no good. Brought down by Lone Peak. Here comes Woolston, who pushes it up for the Knights. Out to Nordstrom. Nordstrom underneath to Bartholomew. Kicks out to Rich. Tanu Vasa in the corner. Loses the handle, but recovers well. Now it's Bartholomew who takes it. The shot is up and in. Nicely done by Sarah Bartholomew. And now here come American Fork looking to respond. It is Mathis to Condi. Out now to Selk. Loyaki. Over in the corner for Kennington. Connie near the top of the key. Condi pulls up, can't get it to drop. Rebounded saved by Woolston. And now here comes Woolston as she pushes it up for Lone Peak. Taking it, layup, gets it to drop. We got a timeout taken on the court. And you know what? We'll take one as well here on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into American Fork. After the timeout taken, Condi will now bring it up for the home side. Mathis. Back to Mathis. Now it's Condi. Kennington. Condi with a deep three. Gets it to go! Nice shot from Condi as American Fork hits a second three here in the first. Over in the corner to Woolston for three. Nice response as Lone Peak gets it to go from beyond the arc. Condi plays it underneath to Hansen. Hansen puts it up and gets it to go. Both teams right now trading baskets, hitting some good shots. Nordstrom hits the back rim, and now here comes American Fork coming the other way with Selk. Underneath now to Condi. Over in the corner for three. Mathis off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Bartholomew. Woolston to Nordstrom, pushes it up. Nordstrom out now to Tanuvasa for three on the wing, off the rim, no good. Brought down by Lawrence. Katie Lawrence, who's checked in. Nordstrom up the baseline, layup, gets it to go. Shani Nordstrom adds another two for Lone Peak as they extend their lead 17-10, 3:45 left to go in the first. Condi, a deep three, gets it to go! Callie Condi is lighting it up from beyond the arc early here in the first. American Fork hits another three and makes it 17-13. Timeout taken, we'll take one as well here on the Rewind Sports Network. After the timeout taken, it is 17-13, 3:38 left to go here in the first at American Fork High School. I'm Alex Napolis. Happy to bring you Region 3 basketball. Lone Peak girls taking on American Fork here on the Rewind Sports Network. Callie Condi for American Fork has been phenomenal here in the first. Lined it up from beyond the arc. Hit a big three-point shot prior to the timeout. And now Lone Peak looking to respond. It's Nordstrom. Lawrence in the corner. Underneath to Tanuvasa. Trying to turn. Has to play it out to Nordstrom. Corner for Zuri Nordstrom. Nothing going there for Lone Peak. And now Mathis can bring it up for the home side. Sarah Mathis at the logo. Guarded by Nordstrom. Playing it out to Condi. Back now to Mathis. 19 on the shot clock. Here's another three from Hess. Can't get it to drop. Rebounded by American Fork, and another opportunity here for the home side as that one's batted away and Nordstrom comes up with it. Nordstrom taking it to the rack, puts it up, and gets it to go. Nicely done by Nordstrom, and now American Fork looking to respond on the other end, but Nordstrom again coming up huge, takes it to the rack, puts it up, can't get it a drop, but is fouled. And so the Lone Peak Knights will have free throws coming up. Shani Nordstrom, back-to-back steals. This one ends in a foul as we got free throws coming up. Nordstrom, first free throw's up, first free throw is good, as Lone Peak extends it to 20. Second free throw coming up for Nordstrom. Senior guard for the visiting Knights. Free throw's up, and free throw is good as Nordstrom goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. 21-13, Lone Peak leads it. Condi to Mathis. Back to Condi. Mathis now on the wing, underneath to Moyaki. Nicely controlled by American Fork. Trying to play it back out to Condi. Condi floats one up and gets it to drop. Callie Condi again coming up big for American Fork. Stolen by Mathis. Picked out of the air and brought down. Condi now brings it up for the Cavemen. Callie Condi against Tanuvasa. Will float one up. Off the rim. No good. And brought in by Rich. Woolston now pushes it up for Lone Peak. Nordstrom to Woolston. Back to Nordstrom on the wing. 3. No good. Missouri Nordstrom trying to recover. Will come off of Sarah Mathis as that ball goes out of bounds and out. It'll be an inbounds here by Lone Peak. 1:39 left to go in the first. Missouri Nordstrom on the baseline looking to inbound. Floats one to Shawnee Nordstrom. At the top of the key, Nordstrom kicks it out to Missouri Nordstrom. Now Tanuvasa, who will float one up, gets it to go. Tanuvasa, who was fantastic in the last game for Lone Peak, gets a bucket here in the first. On the other end, can't get it to go, and a foul called. Free throws coming up for Sarah Mathis as American Fork make their first trip to the line. First free throw is up, and it's no good as it bounces out. Mathis, second free throw is up. Second free throw is good, and Sarah Mathis will go 1 for 2 on that trip to the line. 1:15 left. Lawrence in the corner. Back now to Woolston, to Tanuvasa. Tanuvasa underneath to Rich. Rich puts it up, can't get it to go, and that ball will go out of bounds and out off of Kylie Rich. It'll be a turnover for the Knights. American Fork ball as Sarah Mathis on the baseline to inbound. Mathis plays it in, and Callie Condi will bring it up for the home side. 1 minute left in the first. Out now to, back to Condi. Mathis. Condi floats one to Moyaki. Lawrence trying to steal that one back, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession, Cavemen. Condi will come out to, that'll be Mathis on the baseline to inbound. 17 left on the shot clock. Condi in the corner against Tanuvasa. Tanuvasa gets a block on it, and now here come the Knights. Woolston floats one to Bartholomew. Back now to Rich. Woolston in the corner for 3, off the rim. Bartholomew puts it back up and in. The Knights extend their lead, 20 seconds left. Shot clock is off. Condi to Hess. Back now to Condi, guarded by Lawrence. Hess tried to float one through to Callie Condi, but unfortunately just can't connect as that one goes out of bounds. Substitution as Shawnee Nordstrom checks back in for the Knights. And with 8 seconds left on the clock, Lone Peak get the ball back. It is now Nordstrom who picks it up. Floats one over to Woolston. Tanuvasa with a deep 3, gets it to go! And Lone Peak, with a 3-point shot, extend their lead 28-16 as we reach the end of the first. Tanuvasa hitting that deep 3-point shot. We're going to take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. Stick with us for second quarter action when we return.
Every day we have a choice. To sit and wait, or get up and go. How do you get up and go?
Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Heinemann Associates. I'm Alex Napolis. Happy to be here at American Fork High School. Region 3 basketball. Lone Peak taking on American Fork, looking to get one step closer to a region championship as the undefeated in region play Lone Peak Knights currently hold a 28-16 lead against American Fork as we start the second quarter. Ball floated through. Tanavasa pulls up, gets it to go. Nice start to the second quarter for Lone Peak. Tanavasa has the last 5 points for Lone Peak. Mathis playing it now to Hansen. Hansen near the top of the key, double team, has to kick it out to Mathis. Mathis floats one up, can't get it to go, and a foul called, as this one will go against Woolston. And Woolston goes into the book for her first foul of the night. First team foul here for the Knights in the second quarter. First free throw is up and is no good as Mathis can't get it to go on the first try. Second free throw coming up. Mathis at the line, free throw is up, and free throw is no good, as Mathis will go 0 for 2 on that trip to the line. Tanavasa coming the other way for Lone Peak. Kicks it out to Nordstrom. Nordstrom almost loses the handle, does a good job to recover, takes it to the rack, puts it up. Second chance opportunity is good as Sarah Bartholomew coming up big for Lone Peak. 32-16, the Knights lead it. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Mathis to Condi. Condi kicks it to Selk. Selk back out to Mathis. Mathis to Selk. Mathis, 12 left on the shot clock. Condi for 3. No good, as I believe, maybe, possibly, that is Callie Condi's first miss from beyond the arc. Ball goes out of bounds and out. It'll remain American Fork ball as Condi on the baseline to play it in. Inbound from Condi. Scanning, looking, floats on to Mathis. Stolen by Nordstrom, and Mathis called for the foul. Shawnee Nordstrom has been all over on the defensive end. Steal after steal. And Nordstrom got up and got another one as Mathis commits the foul, and now Lone Peak will bring it up with Shawnee Nordstrom. Nordstrom sets the floor for Lone Peak. Tanavasa with the screen, and now Tanavasa taking it in, floats one up, off the rim twice, and brought down by Kenningston. And now it's Tanavasa as Lone Peak win the ball back. Woolston for 3, off the back rim, no good. Bartholomew puts it back up and in, and Lone Peak extends their lead. Condi for Mathis. Stolen again by Nordstrom, and Shawnee Nordstrom is having a phenomenal night on defense. 4-3, Tanuvasa. Lone Peak on a huge run and continue to be dominant on the defensive end. Nordstrom with another steal. Tanuvasa ends it with a 3, and Lone Peak leads it 37-16, 5:53 left to go in the second. We'll take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network. Shawnee Nordstrom and Tanuvasa picking up where they left off against Skyridge on Tuesday. 81-19 in that win, and Nordstrom and Tanuvasa were phenomenal. They're off to a very fun start here tonight. Foul called. And we have American Fork ball as Sarah Mathis goes to the baseline. We'll play it in. Bartholomew checks out for Lone Peak, takes a breather, and checking back in is Kaylee Rich. Mathis looking to inbound, gets it off to Selk. Moyaki to Condi. Mathis at the top of the key going against Rich as she drives. That ball comes out, and it will end up as a jump ball. Possession, American Fork. American Fork going back to the baseline to play it in. Mathis scanning, looking, surveying underneath to Moyaki. Waits for support, puts it up, gets it to drop, and puts a stop to the Lone Peak run as Moyaki adds 2 for the home side. Nordstrom driving to the rack, puts it up, can't get it to go, and a foul called as Nordstrom gets called for the offensive foul. Nordstrom's first. Knight's third team foul of the quarter, and now we'll have American Fork as they bring the ball up. 5 minutes left to go in the second, 37-18. Knights lead it as Moyaki brings it down, drives, floats one up, can't get it to go. Brought down by Rich. Rich pushes it up to Zuri Nordstrom. Lawrence now on the wing for 3, can't get it to go. Mathis brings it in. Sarah Mathis now brings it up for American Fork. At the logo, it's Mathis. Guarded by Tanuvasa. Playing it out to Selk. Poked away once again by Nordstrom, and Nordstrom takes it to the rack, puts it up and in. I have lost track of how many steals Shawnee Nordstrom has in this one, but that's got to be at least 5, maybe even 6. As Selk at the top of the key, can't get it to drop, and brought down by Rich. Rich now pushes it up for Lone Peak as Shawnee Nordstrom on the ball. Floats one over to Lawrence for 3, off the rim, no good. And brought in by Rich. Stolen by American Fork, and now the ball coming the other way. Selk leaves it for Mathis. Condi pushes it up. Condi against Nordstrom, plays it to Mathis. Mathis to Moyaki, who puts it up, can't get it to go. Brought in by Condi, who reverse layup, and no good. And now Lone Peak breaking the other way with Tanuvasa for 3, no good as it hits the back iron. Rich to Tanuvasa, spinning, turning, putting it up, and nice defensive effort from American Fork as that ball's going nowhere. Condi now on the other end for the Cavemen. Out to Selk. Condi in the corner for 3, no good. Tanuvasa brings it in. Lawrence now pushing it away, 2 against 1. Lawrence taking it to the rack. And it'll be a turnover for the Knights. American Fork ball with 2:53 left to go. Substitutions as Cora Kennington checks back in for American Fork. And Sarah Mathis will bring it up for the home side. Condi. Mathis. Floats one back to Condi. Looking to sneak one underneath to Kennington. Stolen by the Knights. Nordstrom puts it up. Can't get it to go. And that ball goes out of bounds, and they'll say it came off of a Knight. And it'll be American Fork ball as Condi over on the baseline will inbound for American Fork. 39-18, 2:25 left to go in the second. Condi at the logo, guarded by Tanuvasa, floats one out to Hess. Hess against Tanuvasa. Back now to Moyaki. Hess at the top of the key to Mathis. 16 left on the shot clock. Mathis guarded by Woolston. Mathis for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Rebounded by Lone Peak. Here comes Tanuvasa. She pushes it up for the Knights. Tanuvasa to Bartholomew. Woolston. Nordstrom. Tanuvasa to Zuri Nordstrom underneath to Bartholomew, who will take it, tries to get it up and can't, and a foul called. Bartholomew takes contact as she tries to lays it up and in, and it'll be a foul called against American Fork, their second of the quarter. Second of the night for Sarah Mathis, and now Bartholomew at the line for some free throws. First one is up, and first one is good. Takes a friendly bounce and ends up good for Bartholomew. Second free throw coming up. Bartholomew at the free throw line. Free throw is up and is no good. As Bartholomew goes 1 for 2 on that trip to the line, but it's still Lone Peak. And we have a travel called. Turnover for the Knights. American Fork ball with 1:35 left here in the second. Condi will bring it up. Condi leaves it for Mathis. Floats onto Moyaki. Moyaki back out to Condi, up the baseline. And we'll have a foul called. It'll go against Sarah Bartholomew as she gets called for her second. Mathis on the baseline to play it in. Scanning. Floats one over to Condi. Condi brings it in and down. Condi against Zuri Nordstrom on the wing. Poked away by Zuri. And poked away again by Zuri Nordstrom. Ball goes out of bounds and out. It'll remain American Fork ball. Bartholomew heads out for a breather. And here is Condi for American Fork. 8 left on the shot clock. 7, 6, 5. They need to get a shot off here. Kennington underneath to Hansen. Puts it up and in. (20-40). 51 seconds left. Lone Peak here with Nordstrom. Plays it to Zuri Nordstrom. Back to Shawnee Nordstrom. Tanavasa on the wing. Spinning. Jumper. No good. Brought in by Lone Peak as Woolston in the corner now. Plays it to Nordstrom. Nordstrom for 3. Can't get it to go. Tanuvasa ends up with the ball. Second chance opportunity is no good as Rich now for Lone Peak. Nordstrom in the corner, plays it out to Woolston. Tanuvasa. 20 seconds left here in the quarter. Nordstrom for 3. Gets it to go. What a possession there from the Knights. Ends up with a Nordstrom 3. 4 seconds left. Mathis will heave it off the rim. Put back is no good. And that'll do it for the first half. The difference in this one has to be Shawnee Nordstrom and the Lone Peak defense, as they have been all over on the defensive end with an impressive amount of steals. And we head to the break with the Knights leading 43-20. We'll take a quick step away here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, as always presented by Heidemann Associates. Stick with us for second half action when we return. Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com, as always presented by Heidemann Associates. I'm Alex Napolis, happy to bring you the Lone Peak Knights basketball here on the Rewind Sports Network. We get ready to start the second half. It is the visiting Knights who lead it 43-20 as we get ready to get things rolling again at American Fork High School. Knights looking to improve to looking to stay undefeated in region play and look to improve to 8-0 and get one step closer to a region title. American Fork looking for their second win in region play as they sit at 1-5. Underneath to Bartholomew. Bartholomew puts it up and gets it to go. Good start here for the Knights as they put the first two on the board of the second half and make it 45-20. Knights. Selk poked away by Tanuvasa, and now here comes Tanuvasa, puts it up and can't get it to go, but a foul called. It'll be free throws coming up for the visiting Lone Peak Knights. Knights in their black visiting jerseys, and then American Fork in their home whites. Tanuvasa puts it up, gets it to go, as first free throw is good. Second free throw coming up. Tanuvasa again at the line. Free throw is up, and free throw is good as Lone Peak goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. Ball brought up now by Condi. Condi, who had a good first half, a good first quarter in particular, who was just lining it up from beyond the arc. Selk will try for three, and she gets it to go. 47-23. On the other end now is Rich. Dumps it off to Bartholomew. One back by Condi. And now here come American Fork. Floats one over to Selk. Selk underneath to Kennington, who can't bring it in. And a turnover here for American Fork as the ball will go back to the Knights. Shawnee Nordstrom playing it to Tanuvasa. Underneath to Bartholomew. Layup, yes. Another two on the board for Sarah Bartholomew. 6:40 left to go here in the third. Mathis. Poked away by Bartholomew. One back by Nordstrom. And now Tanuvasa takes it up. Gets it to go. And it's 51-23 Lone Peak. Timeout taken on the court, and we'll take one as well here on the Rewind Sports Network. On the baseline as Condi floats one in. Moyaki brings it down. Reverse layup from Condi, no good. Woolston now pushes it up for the Knights. Woolston on the wing, playing it back out to Nordstrom. Back to Woolston. Woolston underneath, trying to sneak one in under to Tanuvasa, but unfortunately turnover here for the Knights. American Fork ball as Condi brings it up. Tanuvasa guarding Mathis. Mathis plays it underneath to Condi. Condi to Kennington. Ends up back in the hands of Mathis. Mathis for three. Off the rim. No good. Rebound by Tanuvasa. Now here come the Knights. Ball rolled through to Woolston, who ends up at the end of it. Bartholomew picks it up. And we have a foul called. Looks like this one will go against Cora Kennington. Lone Peak on the baseline. Nordstrom to play it in. Underneath to Tanuvasa. Tanuvasa loses the handle, does well to recover. Over in the corner to Bartholomew. And now a foul called as Bartholomew will get called for the offensive foul. Second team foul for the Knights in the quarter. And Bartholomew's third of the evening as she heads to the bench. Callie Condi will now bring it up for American Fork. Condi to Mathis. Guarded by Nordstrom. Underneath to Condi. Back out to Mathis. Double teamed. Tries to float one in. Looking in the direction of Lindsay Melville. And unfortunately just can't connect. Turnover for the Cavemen. Knights ball. Shawnee Nordstrom pushes it up for Lone Peak. 4:50 left to go in the third. 51-23. Lone Peak leads it. And we got a foul called. This one will go against Tanuvasa. Third team foul for the Knights. Turnover for Lone Peak as Connie brings it up for American Fork. Selk. Moyaki to Mathis. Moyaki. Selk for three. Off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by Rich. And now here comes Tanuvasa pushing it up for Lone Peak. Woolston, 4-3 on the wing. No good as it hits the rim. Comes back out. American Fork bring it in. Mathis trying to escape. Batted by Tanuvasa. Floated up by Rich, and it's good. Kaylee Rich gets it to go and extends the night lead. Timeout taken on the court. And we'll take one as well here on the Rewind Sports Network. Missouri Nordstrom gets two on the board for Lone Peak as they extend their lead. Condi, 4-3, gets it to go. Nicely done. Condi with a deep three as American Fork pulls it back. Shawnee Nordstrom on the other end. At the logo, Nordstrom guarded by Mathis. Out to Lawrence. Back now to Nordstrom, who will try for her deep three, and she gets it to go. Trading threes here in the third. 58-26, Lone Peak. Mathis to Selk. Moyaki back now to Brinley Selk. Looking underneath for Moyaki, and it ends up in the hands of Nordstrom. And now Shawnee Nordstrom all by herself, and she's blocked. Brinley Selk, who just came out of nowhere and swatted that one away. Shawnee Nordstrom thought she was all by herself, just laid it up with ease. And Selk denies Nordstrom, who's now at the three, can't get it to drop, and Condi bringing it in. Comes off of the shin of Bartholomew, poked away by Mathis as that ball goes out of bounds, and they'll say it came off of Lone Peak, and it'll be American Fork ball. What a sequence. Nordstrom teed it up for three from the corner, came off the rim, and then off of Bartholomew's shin, and then Mathis, who just threw it up. And now American Fork on the other end. Stolen by Woolston. Floats one through. Nordstrom brings it in. Nordstrom pulls up. Nordstrom gets as a drop. Shawnee Nordstrom adds another two to her tally and makes it 60-26 with 1:55 left to go in the third. Mathis. Condi double teamed. Ball comes out and one back by American Fork. Mathis to Condi. Now in the corner for Moyaki. Underneath, Hess. Condi, 5-4, has to get a shot off and a foul called. A foul for the against the Knights late in the shot clock. There was only 3 seconds left. Foul is committed, and it'll be a fresh shot clock for American Fork as they retain possession. Condi from way deep. That was Condi from the logo, off the rim, no good. And now a corner three from Holcraft can't go. A scruffle for the ball. Ball ends up at Hess. And we have a jump ball called. Possession Knights. Callie Condi, who pulled up from the A here at American Fork High School, couldn't get it to go. Jump ball on the other end, and now here come American Fork trying to close this gap as ball with Melville. Condi thought about it, has to play it to Moyaki. Hess will float one up, and Hess gets it to go. 60-28, 50 seconds left here in the third. Woolston brings it up for Lone Peak. Woolston to Lawrence. Katie Lawrence Back now for Holdcraft. Over in the corner for Woolston. Woolston underneath to Bartholomew. No basket. As we have a foul called. It'll be Caveman ball. 30 seconds left here. Shot clock is off. American Fork gets the ball back as the Bartholomew basket is no good. On the other end is Mathis. Mathis at the top of the key against Lawrence. Drives to the lane, puts it up, can't get it to go. Looked like Sarah Bartholomew got a hand in there, brought down by Woolston. Over in the corner for Holdcraft, who will try for three, no good. Melville with the rebound and another whistle on the night. So it'll go against Sarah Bartholomew as she's called for her fifth. And Sarah Bartholomew's night is over. No, they'll say it's four. Fourth foul for Bartholomew, 15 foul. And so we'll have free throws coming up for Melville. Melville at the free throw line. First free throw is up, and first free throw is good. Second free throw for Melville coming up. Free throw is up, and free throw is no good. As that ball comes out, put back by Moyaki, and one! Leah Moyaki takes it up, floats one in, and gets fouled, and a chance here at a three-point play for American Fork. And we have conversations from the officials as the foul is changed. It will not be on Holdcraft. It'll be on Lawrence as she gets called for her second. Free throw is good. And American Fork make it 32-60. The heave going off the glass. And that'll do it for the third. Lone Peak leads it 60-32 at the end of the third. Fourth quarter action coming up when we return here on the Rewind Sports Network. Fourth quarter action here at American Fork High School. Welcome back into the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Heidemann Associates. I'm Alex Napolis. It is the Lone Peak Knights who lead it 60-32 as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Region 3 basketball, Lone Peak basketball, as always, here on the Rewind Sports Network. Shawnee Nordstrom has been phenomenal. Again, lost track of her steals. Easily, maybe, has 7 in this one. As she has been all over American Fork on the defensive side of the ball. Also hit some big three-point shots. And that Lone Peak defense making the difference here as they lead big heading into the fourth. Woolston. Tanuvasa swings it over to Rich. Woolston back out to Tanuvasa on the wing. Woolston for three, and she gets it to go. It's going to be Hess who brings it up for American Fork. Mathis. Mathis to Condi. Condi floats one over to Mathis. Mathis for three. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Lone Peak as Woolston now brings it up for the Knights. Nordstrom for three, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Bartholomew, who tries to put it back in through Nordstrom. And then American Fork win the ball back. Condi will just lob one through, tipped away by Tanuvasa, and Lone Peak now on the other end. And then a turnover for the Knights. And then a steal, but a foul called. The hustle play from both sides tonight has been extraordinary. Both teams on both ends of the floor going for the steals, forcing the other team into tough shots, and it's been a fun one on the defensive side of the basketball as a three is no good. And now here comes Woolston, who floats one through to Nordstrom. Nordstrom underneath. Bartholomew puts it up, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Melville. And now Condi brings it up for American Fork. Callie Condi near the driving in. Loses the handle, and it'll be a turnover for the Cavemen. Knights ball. 63-32, 6:16 left to go in the fourth. Lone Peak bring it up with Nordstrom. Nordstrom out to Woolston on the wing. Woolston back to Nordstrom. Tanuvasa in the corner. Nordstrom, who will float one up and can't get it to drop. One back by American Fork as that ball goes out of bounds off of a Knight. And it'll be Mathis on the near side to play it back in bounds. Substitutions as Zuri Nordstrom checks in for Lone Peak. Off comes Sarah Bartholomew. Condi to Moyaki. Hansen underneath to Selk. Selk floats one up. Rebounded by Rich. Woolston now pushes it up for Lone Peak. Tanuvasa. And a foul called as Tanuvasa gets called for the offensive foul. That is the fourth on Tanuvasa. Second team foul. Callie Condi brings it up for American Fork. At the A, guarded by Nordstrom. Condi driving. Plays it back now to Mathis. Mathis on the wing, guarded by Nordstrom. Double team now. Floated over to Selk. Selk underneath to Moyaki. Moyaki from the free throw line. Can't get it to go. And rebounded by American Fork. Selk again on the wing. Underneath to Moyaki. Hansen. And a foul called. This one against Woolston, her second of the night. Katie Lawrence checks back in. Ball on the baseline, inbounded by Mathis, stolen by Zuri Nordstrom, and now Lawrence on the other end. Lawrence floats one up, can't get it to go. Rebounded by Selk, and another foul called. Shawnee Nordstrom gets called for the foul, her second of the night. And the fourth team foul for Lone Peak. Callie Condi will now bring it up for American Fork. At the A, guarded by Nordstrom. Over to Moyaki. Back out to Condi. 4-3. No good as it hits the rim and rebounded by Tanuvasa. Lone Peak now push it up with Nia Tanuvasa. Over in the corner for Nordstrom. 4-3 off the rim. No good. Rebounded by Hansen. Ball coming the way. Callie Condi on the wing. Leaves it for a trailing Mathis. Poked away by Lawrence. And that ball goes out of bounds. It'll remain American Fork possession. Oh, a foul called on Katie Lawrence. Her third. Lone Peak's fifth. And so we'll have free throws coming up. It'll be Sarah Mathis at the line for American Fork. First free throw's up. First free throw is good. (63-33). Mathis, second free throw is up and is no good as it comes out. Rebounded by Lawrence. Lawrence pushes it up for the visiting Knights. Out now to Nordstrom. Nordstrom back to Lawrence. Lawrence near the top of the key. Floated through to Bartholomew. Bartholomew puts it up and in. Sarah Bartholomew adds another two to her tally and extends the lead 33. 4 minutes left. Hansen floats one in, can't get it a drop, rebounded by Bartholomew. Lawrence now brings it up for Lone Peak. Katie Lawrence, Tanuvasa, 4-3 on the wing, hits the back iron, no good. Second chance opportunity for three, no good, as Lawrence at the top of the key tried to get it to go from beyond the arc, couldn't get it to drop, and now Condi on the other end. Condi driving, floats one up, blocked by Bartholomew, brought in by Bartholomew, and now Tanuvasa turns. Lone Peak here can slow things down a bit. Tanuvasa needs some help. Back out to Lawrence. Lawrence to Tanuvasa on the wing. And now Lawrence near the top of the key. Spins. Nordstrom. Out to Tanuvasa. 4-3 off the rim. No good. Nordstrom, Lone Peak still with an opportunity as Bartholomew plays it out to Tanuvasa. Nice passing here for Lone Peak. Everybody hitting their target, getting the passes off, and now Lawrence back to Tanuvasa. Driving to the lane, puts it up, and can't get it a drop. Bartholomew out to Nordstrom. And a timeout taken. Lone Peak doing a fantastic job of just passing that ball around, trying to find their shots. And a timeout taken. We'll take one as well here on the Rewind Sports Network. She puts three on the board for American Fork. Lawrence at the top of the key will try for her three, and she can't get it to go as it hits the rim, rebounded by Moyaki. Pushing it up now is Brinley Selk. Selk on the wing, plays it to Mathis. Mathis up the baseline and pulls up, can't get it to go. Connie for three, she hits. Callie Condi again from beyond the arc. Finds another three for American Fork. Lawrence, and a foul called. This one will go against Sarah Mathis on a reach-in. Her fourth of the night. Lawrence into Woolston. And a violation here as Lawrence and Woolston can't connect. Officials here on the near sideline heading over to have a conversation. 1:35 left to go in the fourth. It is a American Fork ball. It'll be Mathis inbound to Condi. Moyaki, Mathis, back to Callie Condi. Underneath for Melville. And a foul called. Melville will head to the line for some free throws here. As American Fork cutting into the lead here late. 65-39. Free throws coming up. Melville at the free throw line. First free throw's up. First free throw is no good as it hits back iron, comes back out. Second free throw coming up for Melville. Free throw is up, and free throw is good as it takes a friendly bounce. Another foul called against Lone Peak. It'll remain American Fork ball. This one against Kennedy Woolston. And so we'll have more free throws for American Fork. It's going to be Brinley Selk at the free throw line, hits the first. Second free throw coming up. Selk, free throw up, free throw is good. And Brinley Selk goes 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. 65-42, 1:20 left to go. Lawrence Back now to Katie Lawrence. Lawrence near the top of the key. Will kick it out to Fotu. Fotu for three. Can't get it to drop. Melville with the rebound. Ball coming the other way as Callie Condi pushes it up for American Fork. Condi. Mathis. Deep three. No good. Rebounded by Melville. Still an opportunity for American Fork. Lawrence gets in there and forces the jump ball. It'll remain American Fork possession. Oh, and they're changing it to a foul. The first official made the jump ball sign, and then they said, hey, you know what? We got free throws. Melville puts it up. Can't get it to drop. Substitution as Katie. No substitutions. Melville puts it up and can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Condi. American Fork keep possession. Condi just floats one up. Can't get it to drop. Rebounded by Nordstrom, and now a foul called against American Fork. The gym here at American Fork High School has filled up nice and well. They're ready for the contest that's coming up next. Again, doubleheader here on the Rewind Sports Network. We got this one with 43 seconds left, and then we got Lone Peak Boys taking on American Fork following the conclusion of this one. Fotu to Woolston. Lawrence on the wing. Back now to Nordstrom. Fotu. Woolston, 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Woolston tried to float one up, and she'll be called for a travel turnover for the Knights. American Fork ball. 24 seconds left. Shot clock is off. And so the Lone Peak Knights will be able to walk out of American Fork with a win tonight. Hess to Moyaki. 10 seconds. Selk leaves it for Condi. Condi back to Selk. Selk for three as she hits. And that's going to do it. It is American Fork who falls to 1-6 in region play. And it is the Lone Peak Knights who remain undefeated at the top of the summit of Region 3, 8-0, with 1 week left of high school basketball before we head to the playoffs. Lone Peak in comfortable position to win Region 3. They got a big one next time out against Lehigh. Lehigh, who only has the one loss, and so they'll be looking to steal one from Lone Peak at home to potentially share a Region 3 title. But as of right now, Lone Peak holds that top position and are sitting with it comfortably. Big matchup against Lehigh next up for the Lone Peak girls basketball team. That's going to do it for us here on the Rewind Sports Network on KSLSports.com. As always, presented by Heidemann & Associates. From Alex Napolis, we got Mike on the camera, and from the entire Rewind Sports family, we thank you for watching. Remember, boys basketball coming up next on the Rewind Sports Network.